Did you know that 7 out of 10 people who start an online checkout process will end up abandoning it? You may find this fact surprising or not, but what's interesting is that a majority of these shoppers will later buy a similar product on a competing site. So how do you raise the chances of them buying it on your site? Hi WordPress plugin and theme developers, I'm Z from Freemius, and in this video I'm going to show you some of the best ways to handle cart abandonment so you can recover your lost sales automatically. Why will a customer abandon their cart? One common reason is having to create an account before they purchase. Forced registration creates tons of friction, makes the checkout long and annoying, and is perceived by users as a way of asking for their commitment when they haven't even had a chance to try out your product. It's also simply unnecessary. Your checkout form only needs the fields of an email address and payment details. This way, a shopper's account is created once the purchase is made. No password required. This leads me to a general tip to help you reduce cart abandonment. Have an extremely simple one-page checkout form. A cluttered multi-page checkout that collects unnecessary fields will only give people more time for second thoughts, potentially leading them to abandon their cart altogether. Some people will abandon their cart if they don't trust payment security, making it a good practice to display security verification badges. Others will leave if their preferred method of payment isn't supported, so it's a good idea to accept as many payment methods as you can based on user demand. Some people will be window shopping, comparing prices, saving items for later, and abandon their carts simply because they weren't planning to buy in the first place. I think I'll be stating the obvious if I say you can't prevent all cart abandonments, but there is an amazingly effective way of winning back a significant portion of abandoners. What you need here is an automated abandoned cart recovery campaign. Basically what this means is that you trigger an email to users linking them back to the cart they've abandoned and let them follow through with their purchase from the exact point they left off. You'll be surprised to know that these emails have an amazing opening rate, 40.7%. Twice the rate of a regular marketing email. Why is this? The reason cart recovery emails are so successful is because they target visitors that have already demonstrated their interest in buying your product. In fact, these emails have an astounding click-through rate of 26.9%, and over a quarter of clicks result in a new purchase. So, what can you do to make these campaigns work for your product? Let me show you how we do it at Freemius. Once a visitor's email address is captured during the checkout process, a countdown begins. Pizza! If the visitor doesn't complete their purchase in 60 minutes, the first email of 3 is sent, including the visitor's name, cart info, and the product's refund policy, along with a button to pick up where they left off. Now, the cart recovery email campaign is best optimized by introducing one new incentive in each additional email sent. So the second cart recovery email is sent 24 hours after the checkout was initiated and includes the cart content, refund policy, and an option of completing the checkout like in the first email, but additionally suggests to start a free trial if the product developer offers one. The third and final recovery email is sent 3 days after the previous one, and is the last attempt at getting users to complete their purchase. It includes an added discount code if the developer has configured it in their product to begin with. This kind of cart recovery campaign is proven to work like a charm, increasing revenue by an average of 7.5%. However, the cart recovery campaign has one noticeable flaw. It'll only work when buyers provide you their email. This is why it's worth mentioning one more mechanism that will help you recover even more sales. You can program the page to programmatically identify when a customer intends to navigate away from the checkout and trigger an exit intent pop-up to offer them a special discount if they complete the process right away.
Oh yeah.
We recommend offering a discount anywhere between 5 to 20% and limiting the offer to purchases made within 60 minutes, adding a little bit of FOMO to the equation. This technique will recover 12% of carts that would have otherwise been anonymously abandoned without an email address to contact. So this is how we increase the conversion rate for our partners at Freemius, but if you've come up with a whole other set of best practices we haven't thought of, let us know in the comments below. As usual, feel free to subscribe, and that bell icon down there, that's how you get an update for our next video if you found this one useful. Catch you next time.